Why do most people set big goals every year, only to watch them crumble by February? Why do we promise ourselves that this time will be different, only to fall back into the same old patterns? Why do some people seem to leap ahead, achieving more in a year than most do in a decade, while the rest of us feel stuck, overwhelmed and left behind? Maybe you've felt it too. You start the year with hope, energy, and a list of resolutions. You tell yourself, this is my year. But as the weeks pass, motivation fades. Distractions multiply. Life gets in the way. By spring, your goals are a distant memory, and you're left wondering, what happened? Why can't I break through? But what if the problem isn't you? What if the world is changing faster than ever, and the old ways of working, learning, and living just don't work anymore? What if in 2026, 99% of people will fail, not because they're lazy or unmotivated, but because they're following a broken system? Today, I'm going to reveal the secret that separates the 1% who thrive from the 99% who struggle. This isn't just another productivity hack or motivational speech. It's a blueprint for surviving and winning in a world that's about to change forever. In the next few minutes, you'll discover the hidden forces that will make 2026 the most challenging year of your life unless you know how to adapt. You'll learn why most people are doomed to repeat the same mistakes, and how a simple ancient secret can help you break free from the cycle of failure. By the end of this video, you'll have a step-by-step plan to join the 1%, the people who don't just survive but thrive, no matter what the world throws at them. You'll see how ordinary people have used this secret to transform their careers, relationships, health, and happiness, even when everything seemed stacked against them. But there's a catch. This secret isn't about working harder or being smarter. It's about changing the way you think, act, and live. If you're ready to stop following the crowd and start leading your own life, let's begin. Before we dive in, I want you to do something powerful. In the comments below, write down the one goal you most want to achieve in 2026. Make it public. Declare it, because the first step to breaking the cycle of failure is to face your dreams honestly. And the second is to build a community that supports you. And if you're serious about transformation, hit subscribe and join this community. Every week we explore ancient wisdom and modern science to help you become the person you were meant to be. Now let's unlock the secret that will decide who wins and who fails in 2026. Let me tell you a story. It's about a young woman named Hannah. Hannah was smart, ambitious, and full of dreams. Every year she set big goals: get fit, learn new skills, save money, build better relationships. Every year she started strong, but by March she was exhausted, distracted, and falling behind. Hannah tried everything: planners, apps, accountability partners, even vision boards. She watched motivational videos, read self-help books, and followed every new trend, but nothing stuck. The world moved faster and faster, and she felt like she was always one step behind. Maybe you see yourself in Hannah. Maybe you felt the same. Frustration, the endless cycle of hope and disappointment, the feeling that you're running on a treadmill that never stops. You want to change, but something always gets in the way. Hannah's turning point came one night, when she stumbled across an old book in her grandfather's study. The cover was faded, the pages yellowed. The title, The Art of Adaptation. She had no idea that this ancient wisdom would hold the key to surviving and thriving in 2026. Before we talk about the secret, let's face a hard truth. The world is changing faster than ever. Technology, AI, remote work, economic shifts, and social upheaval are rewriting the rules of success. The skills, habits, and mindsets that worked in the past are becoming obsolete. In 2026, the gap between the 1% and the 99% will be wider than ever. The 1% will adapt, learn, and grow. The 99% will cling to old habits, hoping things will go back to normal, but normal is gone. Hannah realized that her real enemy wasn't laziness or lack of motivation. It was rigidity, the inability to adapt. She was following a script that no longer worked. The secret wasn't to try harder, It was to change the script. The book her grandfather left her was filled with stories of people who survived wars, disasters and revolutions, not because they were the strongest or smartest, but because they were the most adaptable. They learned, adjusted, and reinvented themselves again and again. The secret that separates the 1% from the 99% is an ancient Japanese principle called Kaizen, the art of continuous, never-ending improvement and adaptation. Kaizen isn't about making huge changes overnight. It's about making tiny, consistent adjustments every day. It's about asking, what's one small thing I can do better today? And then doing it again and again. Hannah learned that Kaizen is more than a productivity tool. It's a mindset, a way of seeing the world as a place of constant change, where the only way to survive is to keep moving, keep learning, and keep growing. She started small. Instead of trying to overhaul her entire life, she picked one habit, waking up 10 minutes earlier. The next week, she added a 5-minute walk. The week after, she started reading one page of a new book each night. At first, the changes seemed insignificant, but over time they added up. Hannah's energy grew. Her confidence soared. She became someone who could adapt to anything. So how can you use Kaizen to avoid becoming part of the 99% who fail in 2026? Here's the step-by-step blueprint. Step 1. Identify your stuck points. Write down the areas of your life where you feel stuck. Work, health, relationships, learning, money. Be honest. Where are you repeating the same mistakes? Step 2. Choose one small change. Pick one tiny habit you can improve today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today, make it so small it feels almost silly. One push-up, 1 page, 1 minute of meditation. Step 3. Track your progress. Keep a simple journal or checklist. Every day, mark your progress. Celebrate small wins. Don't aim for perfection, aim for consistency. Step 4. Adjust and adapt. If something isn't working, change it. Don't be afraid to experiment. The 1% are always learning, always adjusting, always adapting. Step 5. Build momentum. As your small habits grow, add new ones. Stack them, layer them. Over time, you'll create a system of continuous improvement that makes you unstoppable. Hannah followed this system. Some days she slipped, but instead of giving up, she adapted. She learned from her mistakes, adjusted her approach, and kept moving forward. Most people fail to adapt for 3 reasons. 1. They wait for motivation. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. If you wait to feel ready, you'll wait forever. 2. They set huge, overwhelming goals. Big goals trigger big resistance. The brain sees them as threats. You freeze, avoid, and delay. 3. They fear failure. The 99% see failure as the end. The 1% see it as feedback, a chance to learn, adjust, and grow. Kaizen solves all 3 problems. Small steps slip past resistance. Consistency builds momentum. Failure becomes a teacher, not a judge. Hina faced setbacks, bad days, distractions, old habits. But each time she returned to Kaizen. One small step, one small win, no judgment. Modern science has finally caught up with the wisdom of Kaizen. Tiny habits, big change. Research shows that small, consistent changes are more likely to stick than big, dramatic ones. When you make a change so small it feels easy, your brain doesn't resist. Over time, these micro-habits rewire your brain, creating new pathways and automatic behaviors. Growth mindset. Studies show that people who see challenges as opportunities to learn are more likely to succeed. The 1% embrace change. The 99% fear it. Self-compassion. Research from Stanford University shows that people who forgive themselves for slipping are more likely to succeed in the long run. Shame and guilt sabotage progress. Kindness and patience fuel it. Kaizen isn't magic. It's neuroscience wrapped in ancient wisdom. Weeks passed. Hina's life began to change. She woke up earlier, exercised more, learned new skills, and built better relationships. She didn't become perfect overnight, but she became someone who could adapt, learn, and grow no matter what the world threw at her. Her friends noticed, her boss noticed, but the real change was inside. Hina no longer saw herself as a victim of circumstance. She saw herself as the author of her own story. The transformation wasn't about working harder. It was about working smarter, using Kaizen to build a life of continuous improvement, resilience, and joy. Look at the comments below this video. You'll see people just like you, struggling, striving, declaring their goals, supporting each other. This isn't just a channel. It's a community, a place where you can be honest about your struggles, celebrate your wins, and find encouragement when you fall. In Japan, there's a saying, fall 7 times, stand up 8. That's what this community is about. Not perfection, but persistence. Not judgment, but support. If you're ready to change, don't do it alone. Share your journey. Encourage others. Celebrate progress no matter how small. Together, we can create a ripple effect of change. One habit, one step, one day at a time. Now it's your turn. I challenge you to use Kaizen to avoid becoming part of the 99% who fail in 2026. Step 1, write down your biggest goal for 2026. Step 2, choose one tiny habit you can start today. Step 3, track your progress. Celebrate every small win. Step 4, adjust and adapt. Learn from your mistakes. Step 5, share your journey in the comments. Make it public. Make it real. Don't try to do everything at once. Pick one habit. One step, one day. Start today. Your words might inspire someone else to begin. Remember, the 1% aren't special. They're just willing to adapt, learn, and grow every single day. If this video inspired you, if you're ready to start your journey, subscribe to the channel and join our community. Every week, we explore the wisdom that can help you become the person you were meant to be. And before you go, declare your 2026 goal in the comments. What will you achieve? What's your first small step? Your words might inspire someone else to begin. The journey to success in 2026 starts with a single small step. Take yours today. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.